Welcome to episode 2 of the header series. I'm going to be installing headers on my 1UZ FE VVTi, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to gain access so that you can get the old manifold or headers off and put the new headers on with the engine still in the car. Let's take a quick look. So a couple episodes back, you'll know that I did a major oil seal and oil pump job on the bottom end of this engine. So I still have it up in the air from that episode actually. I've been waiting for the headers to get here. Now that they are here and I've released episode 1, we are gonna get these old things off. And first I wanna show you my setup. This is the Stratus 9000E. It's at full height right now. And I have this Arcan 1500-pound screw jack. It's a 36-inch to 70-inch screw jack. Perfect for smaller scissor lifts like mine. Okay, so what you want to do is undo your motor mounts, and they will be underneath a couple covers. So there's one cover there, it's not on, it's removed, and so are the 17mm nuts that are part of the motor mount assembly on each side of this. So at the subframe, you're going to take your motor mount 17mm nuts off first, and then you're going to support the engine and maybe perhaps lift it up a tad. Drop down your rack, take off your front sway bar, obviously your splash shield as well. And then once you are fully confident that it's supported with something very sturdy like the thing you see there, you can also support it off your oil pan if you distribute the weight properly. But once you're positive that it's fully supported, you can start undoing your subframe bolts. Or I should say nuts. So I dropped the subframe down, I pried it down with a long screwdriver, and I wedged some custom cut pieces of 2x4 in there to hold the subframe down. Now the subframe is held in by the suspension, so it's not going to fall. Don't worry about that. And on this side we have the same thing. Piece of wood right up in there. Now I can take my engine down slightly if I want to. So right there is my motor mount. It is in the holes, but it is not all the way down. So I may dip my engine down a little bit to gain access up here to all of the nuts, which are on the studs, which are installed into the heads. So here is the driver's side. As you can see, I have blasted it with PB Blaster a couple times now. So they're still dripping wet from my third coating of that stuff. You're gonna wanna spray those down, top and bottom. Well, you can't really see the top, but spray them down real good on both sides, 24 to 48 hours prior to taking on this job. Before I forget, a couple notes. The cats are removed, as you can see, so you're gonna need new gaskets. I'll have a parts list and a tool list in the video description. Also, when you drop your rack and pull out the spline shaft's female end, you're gonna wanna mark it so that when you put it back together, your steering wheel isn't all jacked up and off center. So I should have a yellow mark on this. It's just hard to see right now. Okay, that's about it to gain access. At this point, let's see if we can get that extension up inside there and get some of these nuts undone. I switched over to a deep 14 mil. I'm gonna see if that fits a little bit better on there, because off camera, that other impact socket didn't do very well. So, okay, so this is engaged. Oh, yeah, it works perfect. Look at that, guys. Oh yeah. That was cake. Not entirely sure this is gonna work. Okay, this one I reached around the subframe on. So I'm doing this one-handed. It's even working one-handed. Look at that. Did I get it? I got it. Wow. Okay, so we've arrived at the toughest one. It is right there. So I think what I have to do is go from the top. So I ended up breaking it free with one of these type of wrenches here. It's a 14. Just showing you an example there. So I got it up in there. I've been working on this for a while, and I pulled down really hard and it broke the nut free. So that is step one, is getting that thing. And by the way, I bent this heat shield for the dipstick. I bent it to the front, towards the front of the vehicle with a long screwdriver. So you can get a little more room by doing that. What a pain. I can't do this with one hand, but you get the idea. It's loose. The headers are loose. In fact, I can show you. It's the last one right there. Okay, it's loose enough that you can push the whole header assembly up, or manifold assembly up, and get the deep oil socket on there. And here's my ratcheting wrench. Victory. Interesting header design right there. So see how there's just like, they cut open that, I mean, it's got to be turbulent. See that lip? Interesting. Passenger side now. And I'm not entirely sure if this is going to prove to be more difficult or less difficult. As you can see, some of the nuts back there making an appearance. Okay, here's what we got for our first one. We got that long, deep 14 on there, the pivot head, and an extension to my 1/2 inch. And I will be using this thing. So let's see if my one-handed method will work. There's one. All right, I'm gonna go for that other lower one now. Oh, there we go. It's on there, right there. So you can see those power steering lines. Yeah, it's definitely doable. You need 2 hands for this. It's pretty heavy. Okay, next is that guy. Nice spot right between there that you can get your long socket through. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay, now we're gonna start on the top. And there is one right way up there. See it? Let's see if we can reach that right now. All right, it's at a pretty good angle here. And sometimes that makes it so you can't get enough force on the joint itself because it's at a almost 90-degree angle, maybe 60, 70-degree angle. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Oh, it did. I don't even think I sprayed that very well with PB Blaster up there. So, excellent. Okay, now we've got this one. Oh, man, that's even tough to film. It's never a good sign, is it? It is right up in there. Barely see it. All right. Okay, another weird angle. I think I have it on there. Just make sure you don't strip up the head on the nut itself. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this one. I'll be right back. Is this it? Yeah, it's hard to see too. Got it. Okay, down to the last 2. That's probably the easiest one of the whole thing, maybe second easiest. And then there is the one that's probably gonna cause a lot of trouble. It's right up in there by that R3. Maybe I'll loosen that so that I have some movement on the manifold after I can break that loose. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, that one was very easy. All right, here's that special wrench. And then this one also, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this yet. This is maybe 10, 11 inches. If you can get anything longer in this design, I think it would be great for headers. But it's hard because you don't have a ton of leverage when you get this thing up in there. So I'm gonna give this a try and keep this on standby. These are kind of cool just to have around. So I don't mind that I purchased it. They weren't very expensive. I think I got both of these here for like 25 bucks. Definitely take off your intake. And this is the one we're after, which is much easier than the other side. It's, you can't see the nut, but you can see the stud sticking out. It's right down in there next to that heat shield standoff. Okay, so I have gone to plan C. I don't know. What I'm using is one of these pivot head 3/8. It's not really a ratchet. I don't even know what you call those. Put it in the comments if you know what you call them. Anyway, I have an old bicycle seat post with a grip on it as my leverage extension thing. So let's see if this works. All right, here you go. Let's see if this will break free now. I think I got the combo down. 20-volt ratchet, 3/8 pivot, deep 14 mil, and it's on there just enough to spin that thing off. I think. I don't know if I can do this. This one-handed stuff is not fun. Yeah, there it is. Right there. So either side, drivers and passenger, it's going to be the same pretty much nut in the same location with the same level of difficulty. It takes about 15-20 minutes and a combination of tools that'll work for you. But this is what worked for me right there. Now the question, can I, oh yeah, easy. Don't forget your multi-layer steel gasket. This thing's sharp, by the way, so be really careful. I cut my finger on the other one. There it is. Here they are. By the way, I think this is normal. I don't see any broken welds or anything. That was my initial impression was, you know, is that supposed to be welded on there? But it appears by design. What a weird design though. Look at this. It's like, I still don't think the flow is optimized in these things because look at these abrupt lips in there. Look at that. And then these are pretty clean as far as straight shots. Interesting. Still in pretty good condition though. And then here's the gasket. This is why you get new ones. You can see they start to get some corrosion on them. This side's a lot cleaner. But when you take these off, they get kind of bent. So it's best just to spend the money now and get new gaskets, MLS gaskets, that is. Plus, I'm actually going to use some Permatex copper as well. High temp, 700 Fahrenheit. I'm going to coat both sides of those MLS gaskets. You'll see that in the install video. On the new headers, which are not pictured, they don't have studs in them. So you're either going to have to run some new fasteners in or take these out, which are going to be real pain to get out. How to remove your stock headers video episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Get ready for the next episode, which is going to cover the installation of the OBX jet hot coated headers on my 1998 Lexus GS400. This is getting real, it's getting exciting, and I hope to have some sound clips for you on the next episode as well. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.